Hi, my name's Rory. I run this channel, The Love Chat, and I wanted to record a video as a free form type video, which I usually call my thoughts. So these videos are not scripted in any way, and they're not edited. So I'm just going to kind of pick a topic and rant. Now, if you like my advice, I am, by the time you're done watching this video, live on Twitch at twitch.tv/hirory. And in today's live stream, we're going to be going over other dating coaches and my thoughts on those dating coaches. But for today's video, I wanted to talk about living in your head, which is something that I hear very, very frequently these days when I'm doing coachings. The problem with living in your head is that it's self-replicating. So let's take something like a premise that I'm no good, or I'm unattractive, or I am overweight. Now, if I believe those things to be true, and maybe they are, but let's just say for the sake of the video that they're not. If you believe that those things are true, and you go research how to not be those things, and you've accepted into your reality the idea that you're overweight or unattractive in some way, or you're no good, or whatever negative thing you may be telling yourself, if you accept that into reality, and then you go home every night and research and research and research, something begins to happen in your brain. You begin to disable yourself. And why that's particularly harmful is that one of the things that keeps depression at bay is constant motion. Now, this doesn't mean that you don't take some time, feel your feelings, maybe work on a few things that you have identified you need work on. But if you allow yourself to be paralyzed into doing nothing, which is the purpose of depression, it doesn't want you to move. It doesn't want you to fix things or make things better. And that becomes much, much, much harder to beat when you agree with depression, when you let it win. I want you to consider depression to be like a cell inside your body, maybe like a virus. A virus wants to beat you. It wants to replicate and make more of it, and make it harder for you to fight off that virus. And I would ask that you treat depression much the same way. So if you are letting this thing paralyze you, have you home every night, scrolling through your smartphone for hours, it's going to get worse and worse and worse and worse. The purpose of this is not a scare tactic. The purpose of this is, actually, it stemmed off of a call I just did. And I felt so strongly about the call and what the caller was saying and the point that I was trying to make that I decided to make this kind of free-form video about it. Depression does not want you to win, and it thrives. The environment which it becomes bigger and harder to beat is an environment where you are letting it through inaction, through overthinking. One of the biggest, best, and most important things that you can do for yourself with depression is to talk about it. And we have a wonderful community in Discord and on Twitch, and there are many other communities that have nothing to do with my channel out there that are looking to support you. And if you feel that you are in need of therapy, we can get you a therapist through betterhelp.com, and I'll leave a link in the description below. But the point is to keep moving. That is how depression slowly gets beaten. And the reason I'm really harping on this topic today is because breakups are a gateway drug into depression. Because what do we do after a breakup? Well, I'm getting broken up with. I don't have a partner right now, so I'm likely sitting at home, probably feeling bad for myself and, just generally feeling my feelings too much. And I know how crazy that sounds. What do you mean too much? I have these organic feelings. Shouldn't I just feel them? You should. But there should always be a bit of movement behind that. In other words, you hang out at your house, you feel bad for a few hours, you do some journaling, you do some yoga, and then I want you to actually get up and leave your home. Call one of your friends and maybe go to the gym or go for a nice walk outside. Because like we said earlier, depression dwells. It becomes bigger and stronger when you stop moving for long periods of time. So this doesn't mean don't take a break. Of course you need to take a break. Of course you need to feel your feelings. But it does mean feel your feelings and then get to work. We are complicated creatures with many abilities, and we have the ability to feel bad and get some work done. And that is so, so important because if we're left home alone for too long, in front of a screen, in the dark for too long, well, what do? We overthink. How does depression grow? Inaction and overthinking. One of the big things that gets in depression's way is this sense of perfectionism. Like, oh, I can't start that new project because I don't have the skills I need to do it perfectly. And to that, I would say that one of the most common sabotage techniques that I hear, and people aren't doing this on purpose, they're never doing it on purpose, but one of the most common ways to deactivate ourselves and do nothing and sabotage ourselves is to say, well, I'm not going to do it good enough. That's fine, but you can't let perfect be the enemy of better. Do you know what I mean? You can't just say, well, I can't start that project, or I can't go to the gym because I'm not going to do it perfectly. Well, that's fine, but you'll do it better. 1% better than what you were doing yesterday is all we're asking. And I know how complicated this is. I know how lonely this can feel. I know because I've been there. And the reason I made this channel to talk about all these different things is because I have been there. And I'm still here with you, trying to help you get through this. But in order to help you get through this, you have to want to. And that starts with something as simple as calling up a friend you haven't spoken to in a while and arranging lunch, or doing some yoga, or maybe watching some videos on self-help and then executing some of the suggested steps in that video. You can do it. That's the reality. Depression doesn't need to win. And as always, if you need it, get the help. It's out there. And a lot of services do it for free. And the point is to start today. And I'm kind of amazed because I didn't write out any of this. So I'm like low-key proud of myself. I hope this video was helpful. I'm not really used to recording videos on camera. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. One other announcement. I have been thinking about it for a while, and I've decided to finally pull the trigger on this. I've opened up an email account where I can see some of your situations and answer them in video. As you can imagine, it gets difficult to make original content in this space on this topic after years of doing it. So I'm going to leave a description to, let's see, I finally made a mistake. I'm going to leave a link to my email, which is a dog barking very much. I'm going to leave a description link down below, advicefromrory@gmail.com, if you want your situation answered. And I can't promise I'm going to get to everybody, and I'm going to do my best, but it's basically going to be me reading different emails and situations and answering them in the form of a YouTube video. So if you guys enjoyed that, I hope that you'll consider sending an email in. Beyond that, like I said, by the time you're done watching this video, I'll be live on Twitch. So I hope you could come visit us there, check out some of the coaches, and definitely suggest coaches, because there's some that I have never heard of that we're going to be looking at, and there's others that we've heard of a million times. So hope you guys enjoyed this different style video. Maybe I'll do more of them, and let me know if you enjoyed this type of video as opposed to just the black screen and my voice, what we usually do. Thank you guys as always. If you haven't, do me a favor, hit like, subscribe, and I'll catch you guys in the next video, or I'll catch you guys over at Twitch. But regardless, thank you so much for your support, and let me support you. Until next time.